Very good morning, guys. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to Two Brother Vlogs.
Didn't even give me a chance to.
Yeah, because you didn't even know that I started recording, right? I'm smart. So we're just done with this guy's work. We had to go to his site to, I have no idea, I was sitting in the car, but yeah. And now we are going to the great Ducati showroom of Hyderabad to actually get an update about our bike. We have absolutely no idea what exactly is the problem. Why is it taking so long? It's been a month since the bike is in the showroom. It shouldn't take this long ideally. So we are going to find out what exactly are they doing with it. Why is it taking so long? We will even try our new action camera. Last video mein, the end part, the audio got muffed. That was because this main mic is not supported by the new camera.
But luckily the helmet ka mic
is working fine, or at least it was working fine. Now today we will test that when possible. Hopefully that should not be a problem.
There's some problem with the scrambler test drive. Okay, we are going. I'm planning to do a scrambler review right now, but there's a problem with the scrambler test drive. Last time when we did using the GoPro, the audio did not get recorded, so we had to scrap the entire video. And now in this video again we are going to do a scrambler test drive review, and again we are still not sure whether the audio will come or not.
Exactly. Do you remember? Exactly 1 year ago, approximately 1 year ago, we got the GoPro and we did all our testing with all the equipment and all. 1 year later, we shifted from the GoPro to the Insta360, and now we're again doing the same thing, testing of all the possible permutations and combinations so that picture quality, angle of the camera, all those come perfectly, because we still don't know. We still haven't put it on our helmet properly, because yesterday we kind of fixed the helmet mounts, but we still don't know the angle, if it is going to be perfect or not. Only after this video is getting uploaded, or when we are editing it, we'll know it. Fingers crossed, hopefully everything will turn out good. Chalo, let's meet you guys at the Ducati.
Hey guys, so I am fortunate enough to ride the Ducati Scrambler 800 BS6 edition. We actually ridden the BS4 and I was super tempted to get that bike myself by selling the Street Triple, and I did vlog a bit much, but the audio had a problem. So we are test driving the BS6 edition. It's a very basic bike. It's actually an entry level bike into the Ducati family. This bike has less power, but the power is way down in the rev range. So, and it's a good city bike. And there's a 800cc. And if you think that instrument cluster is very basic and it has nothing in it, that's because this bike is meant to be like that. It is very minimal. And if at all, if you are not excited looking at this yellow paint scheme, it's too bling. You can actually have different colors, but Scramblers, Ducati Scramblers, they want you to buy in this shade of yellow because this is their original Scrambler color edition. Fortunately, and there's one good news, this Scrambler heats up less compared to other Ducatis. Compared to other bikes, yes, it does heat up a lot, but compared to the, generally comparing to Ducatis, this Scrambler heats up less. First thing, it is very nimble, extremely nimble. For a 800cc, 67 bhp, yeah, somewhere less than 70. For a less than 70 bhp bike, this is extremely nimble, and you can happily plant your foot down, and you get a Ducati. Let me show you. See, can do that all day, no problem whatsoever. That's an RS5. That's a serious car. Audi RS5. For instance, if I had the money and if I want to change my bike right away, I will not go with the Trident because I got bored with the triple cylinders and it will be actually a downgrade from the C Triple to the Trident. I just want something different, something fun to ride, and I'm actually losing interest in triple cylinder engines. To be honest, I've ridden the BS4 variant of this bike, and that bike was more fun. Seriously, that bike was more fun. It had more grunt, and you always wanted to flick the bike in the traffic. This bike is more laid back, that's what I feel. The exhaust note is also quite subtle. Generally, this is a scrambler. The word scrambler is meant to be off-road focused, or you can do slight off-roading, but this bike is not actually into off-roading. This is a true-bred city tourer, but whenever there's a bad patch, you can actually stand on the bike and go over them. But mind you, I can already say that it is not at all comfortable standing up on this. With the same engine, with the same configuration, the Scrambler also has another bike which is called a Desert Sled, and that is a true-bred off-roader, and that is one of my favorite looking bikes. You purchase the Scrambler just because it is very friendly to look at, and even to ride. Right now, this bike is very easy. Any person, if it's a newbie, expert rider, can happily ride this bike and have fun. Yes, the power is less when compared to other offerings on the same price bracket, but this bike is actually friendly. But the first time when I rode this bike, I felt I had much better opinion about this. Was it too excited to ride the bike again, or it decreased my excitement? I don't know. But the first time when I rode it, I had way more excitement. That's the new Scrambler Night Edition. To be honest, that bike looks sexy. That is the only word I can say. It is actually one of the best looking Ducatis in the showroom right now. And both of them share the same chassis, engine, fuel tank and everything, but the handlebar on that is slightly different, and the bike is styled slightly different. Other than that, to be honest, this is the BS6 variant, right? It doesn't have the grunt. The BS4 had more grunt. This is toned down. I didn't feel the excitement to ride the bike much. It is more smoother.
Okay, now that we're recording, firstly, how is the angle, how is the voice clarity on our new mics? What do we have? We have trip 1, trip 2, range. Okay, range, that is good. We have the fuel meter app as well. I forgot my gloves, so unfortunately that is back home. The only thing we have is the helmet. Okay, and this bike has got a big turning radius, it's small. You expect it to be much smaller looking at the size of this machine, but it is big, the turning radius. Okay, coming to the machine. It is a very comfortable, very nimble machine. Oh, okay. I understood what Srijan was trying to tell me when it comes to the braking. I will speak about it in just a bit. Okay, when you're riding this machine, you don't see anything. Only thing which are protruding in your vision are these two mirrors, and you don't see anything. It's like you're flying through the air. It is a very small bike. Size-wise, size comparison, this is actually smaller than the Duke 390. Heat management, honestly, it is not bad. When you comparing it to another Ducati, it is brilliant. Comparing it to other bikes that you have this Honda category, it is still manageable. I am wearing jeans and shoes, and it is still fine. The punch of this machine, it's a small engine, again it's an air-cooled engine, so you don't have too much power, but it's got pretty good power, ample enough to enjoy your city runs. This is not a touring machine, this is meant to do this city cafe runs and for that purpose, it is the most fun machine. I honestly, money below 10 lakhs can get you, or should I say at and about 10 lakh rupees, because it is extremely light, extremely nimble. Like, I don't know if we can ever find another machine which will be as nimble as this for this price point. And does it grab attention from people? Not as much. It doesn't grab attention like, say, like some mainstream or inline 4-cylinder bike, because it doesn't have that kind of a growl. It is very muted, but it's got some oomph to it, guys. It is actually powerful. And the brakes, they don't have a lot of feedback. The levers, the bite is there. See, like, it is not progressive, but let's do a little harder braking. Once you get good surface, not on concrete. Yes, on tar, let's say this is 60, and see that? It has got crazy bite. In fact, I got pulled completely forward. So let's try doing that again. 60. You move forward. It has got a great bite, but the feedback the levers are providing is not the best. A city dwelling bike for sure. Dude, I am in love with this bike all over again. I'm really sorry again, no gloves today. How is it over bad potholes and all? It is comfortable. It is not a scrambler machine, but over potholes it can manage. It can manage. It is not the firmest of suspensions. It is nimble. Definitely the grunt when you compare it to the BS4 is not as high. It is it's nimble again. See that? It is fun. Again, it's a bare minimalistic dashboard. It's just a pod which has got all the instruments. All the essential bits are there, but nothing which is over the top. So just push the dial. 34 degrees Celsius the air temperature range, and the fuel gauge is there. The BS4 didn't have that, the older models. So that is a very good welcome addition, if you ask me, addition of a fuel gauge in this machine. Because the only other way the older ones you could know is when the fuel ran low, there was an indication light which used to come. This is it. This is the maximum, or should I say the minimum turning radius of this machine. Overall impressions, I would rate this bike as a definite try it before you buy it. And comparing it to the competition, what is the competition? The Trident, which is much cheaper than this, and you have the Honda CB600 RS. Again, those bikes produce on and about the same power levels as this machine, but at a much lesser price point. Advantage for Ducati is the brand positioning. Nothing can come close to a Ducati when it comes to branding and awareness. The only thing which is a little closer in our market would be the BMW, and they don't have a bike in this segment. This is for about 10 lakh rupees. Should I say, should you consider this bike? Most definitely yes, because it is a very, very well built machine. Now that we are back here, let's just hear her once. Okay, neutral. There we go. Final impressions again. Very, very well built machine. But even on the move, because it's a smaller capacity engine, it doesn't heat up as much when you move even a slight bit. The switchgear quality is actually very, very nice. Overall machine, in love with it again? Yes, absolutely. It's a tiny, gorgeous bumblebee of a machine. So yes, the braking. It doesn't have a twin disc like most of the bigger capacity bikes. It's got a single one. The 1100 has twin discs. So because of that, the feedback on the lever also kind of dies down a little bit. It's got ample crazy bite, but again, the feel is not there at the lever. As in, when you're first riding it, you don't understand whether it is all that powerful, a braking bite or not, but it is definitely there.
So that was a Chotosa test ride on the Ducati Scrambler 800.
To be honest, what I feel is the BS4 variant had more grunt, and because of that you felt more zippiness.
Yeah, it was more rough, the engine. The BS6 or Euro 5, they became more refined, the engines, compared to the Euro 4 or the BS4.
What I feel is this bike is actually a very good beginner sports bike.
Yeah, for sure.
If at all you're coming from a Duke, you can happily jump on this bike and you can
have fun. You can have crazy fun in the cities. It is not meant for touring, for long distance touring, because there's no wind protection.
It can do slight off-road.
It can do decent off-road, yeah. It is
slight off-road, and not decent off-road. Slight off-road.
Slight off-road doesn't what we have, our roads, Indian road conditions.
Indian road conditions, it's good. But off-roading pay, I don't think so.
But again, it's not meant for, it's not an off-road machine.
Yeah. Don't go with the name. Don't go with the Scrambler name.
End of the day, that's our small take on that machine. There are good improvements like the display. It's a small display. It's a minimalistic display, as we spoke, but it's got more information. Fuel gauge, fuel range is also available there now. So aage hai. So now me and Srujan are actually going for lunch. It is 4:15 in the afternoon, and we're dead hungry. Kaam waam sab khatam. We need to go home. We need to have lunch and then we're heading home. So this is where I think we'll end the video today.
Yeah.
Bye.
Until the next walk. Peace, boys.
Love you all. Bye. Yes, one more thing. Forgot. Tell us how the quality of the audio and the video of the new Insta360 is. We've put in the 1-inch sensor for this video today, the test ride. So please let us know, give us your feedback as well. Obviously we will be listening to our audio and everything while editing, but your inputs are also very valuable to us. So please let us know in the comments.
We also do check the angle of the
camera.
Camera.
Yes. Alright, bye again.